Hey everybody, welcome to another Goodwill shopping day. I'm hoping to hit up 5 Goodwill stores and Value Village. Do my usual loop around town, see what I can find. I have an in-person market coming up that I need inventory for. I got to restock my vintage booths, Etsy shop. I always need stuff. You guys know this. So hopefully today, with all the stops, I can get some really great stuff. So I'm walking into Goodwill number 1 and the parking lot is full. So we'll see what I get. And it just opened. So it's competitive around here. So these little burnt wood statues are pretty cute. $3.99. I can't remember where these are from. I think they're souvenir pieces from somewhere. I'll have to look it up, but the shapes are really cute. Kind of remind me of dinosaurs, actually. This is a great use of those monkey pod type dishes because we see them all the time at the thrift store. You could turn it into a cool centerpiece candle. I love this idea. So very cool stone obelisk. This is, yes, it's from Pakistan. Anytime you see these marble stone type decor pieces, a lot of times they're from Pakistan. This is $9.99, a little more than I'd like to spend. But assuming that the point is still good and not chipped away, I think I might get it anyways. One of my thrifting tips is to always make sure you find the door where all the new merch comes out of and check to make sure there are no new carts waiting to be unloaded, because sometimes they'll stage them before they have a chance to go through them, and so you can shop them before they hit the floor. So I'm gonna get that handmade mug, I think, and check out some of the other stuff in here. Oh, there's another mug over there. Okay, yeah, so always worth checking where the new stuff comes out. Now this is a hand I will not be adding to my hand collection. This little chair is so cute. It says Mexico on it, and I usually try to avoid picking up souvenir pieces that say the destination on it, but I feel like I could probably paint over that. Not that I need a project like you guys are probably thinking already, but it is a really cute little chair. So you guys know I sell these all day long, but $6.99 is a little high for this. I feel like usually I like to get them for under $5 if I can, especially this one being so small, so I'll probably pass on it. I also have a bunch of these right now, so I feel like I can't be that choosy. I'm not sure why, but these teeny tiny wooden salt and pepper shakers bring me a lot of joy when I look at them. I don't need them. I wish the top part wasn't faded plastic, aged plastic, but the base of them is really cute. There's a lot of salt and pepper shakers on the end caps here right now. This lamp is very cool looking. It has a bunch of chips though. That's not wood, that is ceramic. I love the style of it, and it have to be rewired because there's not even a cord, and that part up there of course is missing. It's $12.99. You guys know me and lamps. I hate dealing with them, but this is a good one, and I don't see a lot of good ones when I go to the thrift stores. So man, I wish I had the interest and desire to rewire, because I think it could be a really cool lamp, and I feel like you probably could paint those chipped moments. Walking into Goodwill number 2. So you guys remember that brass sun thing that I bought that was missing its stand? Well, now I'm kind of on the hunt for just a stand that I can maybe repurpose with it. I don't think this is substantial enough because it's pretty lightweight, and that brass sun is very solid, so I think it would probably fall down, but I'm on the hunt now. I'm determined to find a stand for it. Oh my gosh, you guys, brass. Let's see how much they priced it at. Ooh, $4.99. Okay, these cutie pies are coming home. More brass, but these gals are missing the candle holder that they typically would hold. So passing on these, plus the style doesn't sell as well for me compared to other angels, but it was fun to kind of see them all together. You guys know I love wicker animals, and this little bunny rabbit is adorable. Oh my gosh, let's see, $4.99. I know Easter is basically 2 seconds away, and so I would typically pick this up and put it in a booth, but it probably won't sell that close to the holiday, but it's pretty cute, so I think I'm gonna have to get it. And speaking of baskets, $2.99. I've always really liked this style, but usually they're super squished, and this one is actually pretty level compared to what I usually see out, so $2.99. Some cute vintage stoneware mugs. There's 3 of them. I love the glaze and the flower. Let's see how much they are. They are, oh, I can't even see it. You guys, I should have gotten a cart. So they are, I think, $1.99 each, usually what the mugs are. So I'll double check, but I'll probably get them. This picture is killing me because it is really good. Love the glaze, the color. Very interesting, but pictures just do not sell for me at all, online or in a booth. So I won't get it, but man, I really love it. More interesting handmade pottery. So these mugs are pretty, I would say they definitely have a consistent look, which is awesome, but they're pretty heavy. They don't have a great hand feel, so I'm gonna pass on them. This I kind of like, but this is, I feel like it's just a style that doesn't sell well for me because it doesn't make a great cup. It's more of like a planter. This piece is kind of cool. Very weird looking. It has a stamp on the side. I'm gonna have to send it to a friend who may know who that is. This telephone is so tiny. Now you can kind of see by scale how small it is. I feel like I need to get it for my son so he can actually see what a telephone used to look like and function like, because he's only ever known a cell phone. So above the telephone is an amazing stone crucifix, and it seems like it has no chips. I think I'm gonna have to get it. Can't believe it, I had to go get a little cart because I found so many things here. Really excited about them. I'm gonna do one more lap and then I'll head out to the next place. Walking into Goodwill number 3. So at this Goodwill, I always hit the wood aisle first because it always delivers something good, and this piece is very interesting. It is $3.99, and assuming no cracks, it's coming home. Another novelty glasses holder that's like a lion versus just the nose. It's $2.99. It's really cute. I kind of want to get it. Hands, you guys. Hands. So I think these were probably display pieces for gloves, but they're really cool. They could be kind of fun for jewelry in a store. So $4.99 each. Oh man, do I need these? Not super exciting, but this is a little alabaster bowl that I think you probably could use as a salt well. So it's $1.99, so I think it's worth putting in the cart. Yes, you guys, I decided to go grab a cart and not wait till my arms are breaking. So is miniature chairs like my theme for today? Because every time you go out thrifting, there's always a theme, and I feel like chairs is mine. Looks like it's actually handmade and painted. It's $3.99. Let's see if I can get the lid off. There we go. Ooh, it's in good shape inside. Wow, I really like this. Okay, it's coming home. I was actually just thinking that I needed another wood cutting board, like a small one, and this one just flew off the shelf at me. So $2.99. It's so cute. I love that it's shaped like a little shirt. I picked up one of these glass pieces a while ago, and it did sell in my booth, so I think I may give it a go again, especially for $3. Well, you guys, that stop delivered some goods, but one thing that was awesome that I just learned is that Goodwills in our area, so if you're in the metro area like me, they actually are going to allow you to return to any store. So previous to recently, wherever you bought the item at Goodwill, if you wanted to return it, you had to go to that exact store. You couldn't return at any store, which always is a nightmare, especially if you don't typically hit that Goodwill and you end up with a return, then you have to drive all the way there. So yeah, amazing news, friends who are local to me. I can't believe they finally did that and made that change. Walking into Goodwill number 4. I haven't been to this one in a while. The last few times I've done this loop, I haven't had a chance to do this one. This one tends to have the highest pricing in the area, but this is the one where I also have scored some of my best flips. So it's always worth a stop, even though the prices are a little bit higher. So this little box is adorable. It says Bulgaria, and again, I usually don't like to pick up things that have the destination name. I really like the rose on top. Looks a lot like the Polish boxes. How much is it? $2.99. It's a good price. And I also like this one, but you can see like the little lip there that gets it open. Definitely was like rigidly cut. But does that even matter? Because I think on a shelf it would look really good. So I don't know. How much is it? $3.99. Okay, I'll have to think about it. Another box. This one is an oldie for sure. $2.99. Has a little butterfly. Has some, I guess, flowers on top. It's seen better days though. So again, I'm not sure. How much is it? $2.99. Yeah. Debating this one too. A very pretty steel pottery piece for $7.99. Definitely patriotic with the red, white, and blue. I'm not sure if people really like these primary colors or not. I'll probably pass on it. I've been considering these little guys. They have little chippies, but dog figurines definitely sell. And these are really cute together. A very strange sculpture on feet. Anytime I have one of these weird sculptures, they tend to sell. I may have to get this guy. I'll have to see how much it is. Oh my gosh, you guys, another one. These vases absolutely caught my eye. They're so neat and blocky. They're handmade because you can see the artist marking on the bottom. They're $3.99, at least this one is. I think they might be $3.99 each. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so I'll have to get these because they're just so strange. And then I feel like this person made this too. Oh wait, they come off this. Whoa, $6.99 for this. Okay, I should have gotten a cart. Of course I want this, but it's $14.99, so I'm gonna pass on it. That's really sweet. A lot of studio pottery in the store today. I'm gonna have to go through each one. This type of lidded pot doesn't sell for me. It's also $14.99. I kind of like this bowl. It's pretty. Let's see how much it is. It is, looks like maybe, well, I gotta check. Oh no, X, so that means it's 10. But this teapot is epic. I mean, I don't think it's functional, but as a decor piece, holy cow. Here's more of that strange pottery. Although I'm like, how many pieces does one need? They're $4.99 each because I already have a cart full of it. So I think I'll pass on these ones. I think. And I hope I don't regret it. A few more things have hopped into my cart. This handmade mug for $4.99. And this felty Christmas tree, because you guys know I have Christmas tree collections, and this felty one is really pretty. So there's another woman who has more of the pottery that I picked up, the black pieces, and she has one piece that's really good. And she's debating all the pottery in her cart right now. So I'm trying to like keep tabs on her, but not keep tabs on her, you know, so obviously, because you can't show excitement because then someone will definitely keep it. So I don't know how much longer I want to loiter here. I'm getting hungry. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just about fainted because I came back into the aisle I've been in a million times, and these are now there. So they're $12.99, which is more than I usually like to spend on these, but I will get them both. More of the square pieces, like the square pottery. I don't think I'm gonna get these ones. I think this is probably the same person too. I feel like I have so many already, although I do like the cutout of this one, so so hard. I don't know what it is about this bird. Maybe it's the googly eyes, but I really like him. I do not need to buy him for $4. It's very well made. But those little eyes, they get me every time. Oh my gosh, you guys, I got a whole box full of stuff there. I feel like I've gotten a box at like every stop, which is amazing. It's just not my normal volume of stuff. So the thrift gods blessed me today. So I'm hoping my next 2 stops I have really good luck too. That woman decided to buy all those vases and pottery pieces. Oh, I'm so annoyed. That's the hard part about thrifting, is when you see what's in other people's carts, you're like, gosh, darn it. Like, you would have been 2 seconds before them, you would have scored that amazing thing. So luckily I got a lot of good stuff that made me feel better about losing out on that really cool piece. I wish I could have showed you. I was going to film it, but she was kind of like, why is this woman talking to me? Because eventually I did. I'm like, oh, I wanted to see the pieces that you picked up out of the collection that came in. And she was like, okay. I think she was like, who is this weirdo? But I get really excited when I get jealous / excited for other people when they get good stuff. So I only get excited if it's something I didn't want. Let's be honest. So anyways, 2 more stops in me, I think. I gotta get a snack though. I may have to stop by Starbucks and get some egg bites or something, because I'm working up an appetite here today. Next stop is Value Village. Yesterday was senior day, so we'll see how hard this place was hit. Could have been hit pretty hard. Sometimes after senior day, there is nothing left. Some brass pieces right off the bat. $2.99 for this candle holder, and then this guy is $4.99. It's actually woven. This brass candle holder is a nice height. I don't find many this size. You guys, I wanted this piece to be vintage so bad because it is really good. It's metal, it's painted, it's new production. Probably something from like TJ Maxx or whatever. But I really do like it. I'm kind of digging this blue bowl. It's handmade. It was definitely used as a planter at one point. The glaze is just so cheerful. So I don't know. I gotta decide if I wanna you know, clean it up. Not that that's hard work at all, but I gotta check it over for chips and stuff too. Okay, you guys, this is why you go down every aisle, because someone obviously picked these up in the metal aisle, decided against them, and they found their way into the thermos aisle, which I rarely go down, but this is the cutest little copper teapot, and this is the most amazing and solid candle holder. And even not as a candle holder, as just like a decor piece. It's awesome. Okay, so yeah, and it's also $3. So coming home. I also grabbed this wooden candle holder because I'm making an eclectic set. It has a lot of wax I gotta clean up. And this vintage Paris book, because I really like the brown like weave and the gold bold letters. I thought it was really fun and it ended up being $1. So couldn't say no to a book on Paris. So we were at the last Goodwill, last stop of the day. I have hit at every single store I've gone into. Like armfuls at some of them, handful. Like I just can't believe how much I've gotten. I've had to get a card at every one, and that is not normal for me, as you guys know. Sometimes I hit and other times it's like, okay, I got a few things. I have a lot of stuff. And so we'll see if my luck continues at this last stop. If it does, I'm going to get a lottery ticket immediately, because clearly I'm on a winning streak. So we'll see. We will see if this stop actually produces some good stuff too. So fingers crossed. A cat figurine for $2.99. Oh, but it has a chip flip. Bummer. Bummer, because I would pick it up because cat figurines sell. So I just found a giant marble vase. Holy cow, that probably weighs a bajillion pounds. I gotta see how much it is. So I turned it over. It is $24. It seems to be in largely good shape, but I don't know if I want to pick it up because it is so huge. And is there like a big market for one that large? Okay, so this is adorable. This must have just been put out because I seriously did not see it when I first walked in and did this aisle. So that is coming home. So I was walking past the shoe aisle and found this. And it's really neat. It is $2.99. I like the glaze and the shape of its napkin holder. I definitely sell these. They always sell. I'm gonna do a Google Lens on it. Okay guys, we are in my studio space now, and I'm not gonna recap everything you just saw. I wanted to highlight the stuff that will be on Etsy because actually most of it is gonna be going to my vintage booth, and I'll explain why in a second. But this awesome handmade wooden lidded pot, I thought it is incredible. I figure one of you guys might want it, and so I'll list it on Etsy first, then if it doesn't sell, I will take it to a booth. It has some like little flaws, like here's a little bit of a ding, although it's kind of shellacked over, so I feel like it's kind of part of the handmade piece, but I just thought it was very cool. I mean, the green is throughout the entire thing, which is awesome. So this will be available on Etsy. And then of course, all the brass pieces I usually like to list on Etsy because they sell the best there and quickly and for the most money usually. And so this hook, like any type of hook situation, for keys, jewelry, whatever, they always sell. So this guy will be listed. And then this one, I really want to keep because I have never found a lion like this with a candle holder, like a surprise candle holder in the back. Can't believe I found it in the thermos aisle. You really don't know when you're at the thrift store what you're gonna find in what aisle. I try to do a little bit of research on this. And when I say do a little bit of research, that usually means I Google Lensed it or I typed like a search query into Google. And if nothing comes up, then I usually give up. To my detriment, to be honest, because I'm sure I've like undersold things because I haven't done the research on them, but I just don't have the luxury of time to spend hours researching something. And so if you guys know anything about this guy, let me know because he feels special to me because he's just so well made. But this will be available for you guys. And then these brass birds, I've sold them before. They're kind of a nightmare to ship because you can tell they're like long and pokey and require a fairly large box, and they're heavy and solid. So, but you know, I think they'll sell better and faster there. And if not, again, they will go to a booth. But want to give you guys the opportunity to get these first. And then if there's anything in the footage that you saw that you want, you know, like always, just let me know and I can try to get it listed for you. So the reason why most of what you saw in the footage is actually gonna go to my vintage booth is because I am doing an in-person market at the very beginning of May, the first weekend. And so I'm doing an audit of all my inventory. Basically everything I have online, in my booths, in storage, everything I am going through and going to do a massive reshuffle. So when I do this market, it's gonna be a combination of inventory that has been sitting for a while and hasn't sold, not because it's not good, it's just because sometimes you just don't have a buyer for something in the time period that it's sitting in your booth. I don't know why, because oftentimes those pieces can sell years down the line. You're like, why did it take you this long? So there's a few of those pieces I'm like, okay, your time is done. We need to liquidate you. So there's going to be those pieces at this market in my booth. There's going to be obviously new inventory, fresh inventory that I'm sourcing specifically for the market. And then I'm bringing inventory out that is actually in storage, stuff that I just never have wanted to deal with for whatever reason. Again, not because it's not good, just because I have a mental block about certain inventory. You guys know, textiles, lamps, anything I have to repair. So I have a lot of DIYing in my future. And I'll let you guys, know when I do it, because you guys will be interested to see me complete any project at all. And so that's kind of that's like my headspace right now as I'm prepping for this market and just thinking about all my inventory. I just am tired of looking at certain things. I'm like, you know what? You need to go. And then also some stuff for my personal, collections. I'm like, I think it might be time to let you go too. So anyways, that market, if you're local, you should definitely come, because there's going to be so many things that you've never seen that are going to be there, and then many things that are going to be discounted because I have to get them out of my life. Like, they need to go. So anyways, those are all the pieces from the haul today, or I say today, this is technically the next day, for me, not for you guys. So that is everything from the Thrift With Me footage I wanted to show you, but I have gotten a bunch of boxes in the mail. You guys know I've been doing a lot of sourcing online lately, which has been really helpful for me to get a bunch more things. Try to find things in bulk, whether it's from other resellers. And so I did just score a bunch of amazing carved Indian wood boxes. So I have 3 in this style, which I never really come across. Usually I only come across the bone inlay one. So I was really excited about these ones because the flower detail is really, really pretty. And then this one that has actually like feathers on it, which I thought was kind of unusual because it doesn't, this seems more Native American to me than it does like India type of boxes. Like most of these are from India. And so this to me felt more Southwestern, so I don't know. But I thought it was really pretty. They're all like brand new feeling. I think they might be dead stock. So things that were sold at maybe some sort of like global decor store and maybe they went out of business or they had extra inventory. This is an incense holder and actually still has a bit of the smell. I loathe the smell of incense, which I'm sure you guys are probably not surprised to hear. Hate it more than anything, but I know other people like it. Whoever gets this will be excited. Obviously you like incense if you're buying an incense holder, so they won't mind the smell. For me, I'm like, I'm gonna have to fumigate my studio space. And then the last one in this haul of these boxes is this really pretty round lidded one, which I very rarely find lidded ones, and especially boxes like this that are this dark. Usually they're a lot lighter. It's probably because they are likely dead stock. They haven't probably faded over time, like the stain color, which is maybe why they're so rich and like just luscious. Is that a weird word to say to you guys? Luscious? I don't know. It feels like, ooh, I don't know. Anyways, the most exciting part about this, which I know for you guys will be like, that's really exciting. You're going to be like, that's not that exciting. But for me, when I am buying and selling things, I always kind of wonder like what certain things cost originally, because sometimes you see the price tag on something and you're like, oh, back when it was sold, it was 50 cents, For pieces like this, like the Indian boxes, I've never seen an original price tag on them. So I've never knew what they were sold at, whatever store that they were in. And these all had price tags on it, which leads me to believe, again, that it's probably dead stock that was donated. But yeah, $34.99 for these new. So interesting, because oftentimes I'm selling stuff that was obviously, it's been decades maybe since it was available and someone purchased it. And so usually, of course, it's increasing in value. It went from like 50 cents when it was first sold to now I'm selling it for, a lot more. But these, I actually priced them closely or a little bit less than what they are priced at. So that was an interesting like realization when I saw and turned them over and saw that that's what they were priced at. I was like, wait a minute, I feel like I sell these for like $38 online and then like a lot less, sometimes in a booth, depending on the condition of it. And so yeah, I just was interested. So anyways, that's just something as a reseller that interests me, like what things originally cost, especially something like this that is probably quote unquote dead stock. I also got a bunch of brass. A lot of these you guys have seen before. I have bunny rabbits like I've sold before. And they always sell. People love to collect bunny rabbits. And then I have a mouse, again, like I've sold before. Almost all of these I have sold. This cat I have sold. People love this style of cat because it's like just so cute and playful. And then this I have never sold, and I'm assuming it's a deer, right? Yeah, it's just like a laying down deer. I thought this was very cool. Deer are great, especially for the holidays, so I might save that for this. Another dolphin, which you guys know, I don't pick up dolphins. I just told you that recently. And then a tiger, my very first brass tiger. So that was really exciting. So I was really excited to get this haul of brass, especially all the pieces I've sold before. It's nice when I can find things I've sold before because I know immediately how to price them. And I already have listings set up on Etsy, and it just makes the whole selling process that much easier. So yeah, very excited about these things that I got in the mail. I'm just really excited to get so much brass lately because I really want to get to the point where I have a lot online and I have a lot in my booths as well. It just requires so much sourcing because brass is elusive, as you guys know. But it's been nice to have so many leads, especially from you guys. Bless your hearts, because I talk so much about how I need things. You guys are always willing to share your inventory with me, which I always very much appreciate. Okay, so just a couple announcements before I let you go. So my Palm Springs video is coming up soon. Most of what is in that footage is actually gonna be available on Etsy because it is so very good. It was really good. The market that we went to, where I got the majority of the stuff, is like highly curated. People bring their best stuff. And I just scored some amazing things. And so those pieces are going to be available on Etsy rather than probably go to my vintage booth. And one of the best parts about that trip is I filmed, Laura filmed, and Taylor filmed. So you're gonna have 3 different videos and perspectives to watch of that trip, which I know you guys really, really enjoy. I love it too because so much of what I'm filming, I'm not on camera. And so it's really exciting to watch myself. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know. It's really fun to watch, me being captured rather than being me behind the camera. So I always kind of enjoy that. It's just like watching a memory for me, which is nice. It's nice to like have memories of you because I don't know if you're a mom out there or a caretaker, oftentimes you are the one capturing footage of others in your family and you're not usually the one on camera. Well, I mean, I know I have a lot of footage of me doing this, obviously, but in terms of me being around in life, I don't have that much footage. A lot of my husband and my son. There's always that like meme that goes around the internet, like when you die, when a mom dies, there's like gonna be one photo of her available at the funeral because she hasn't taken any footage. Anyways, I don't know if that sounds weird, but it's gonna be really fun to see everyone's different filming style and just being able to enjoy, that. And also, just so you know, when we go out, like we are all filming, not at the same time necessarily. Like we kind of break off and we'll go through markets and go through places not together, like separately. And so it's always also fun to see when we all are like captured by something separately, not knowing, like we've all filmed the same thing. That always is really interesting to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, so they loved it too, enough to film it. And so I always think that's really fun to see too. So anyways, that video is gonna be dropping very soon, probably by the end of the month. So maybe, I think even next week, are still coordinating and getting it all done and all the footage done. I still have to like photograph and list all the pieces that I got. So a lot of big things coming up. So anyways, if you're local, mark your calendars for that event at the beginning of May, the first weekend of May, because it's gonna be really fun. And I am gonna be there all day, both days. One more thing. So I did change this picture that you guys were very bothered by the direction. So I had this part up the last time and you guys are like, it's upside down. Now, I don't disagree that it could be upside down. The reason why I had it the other way is because I wasn't sure how I felt about having this like orangey brown so close to my head. This is like more fun. And this is kind of like orangey brown. And then also there's something in the corner that looks very much like a signature to me. So the signature of a painting is always at the bottom corner. And oftentimes it's the bottom like right corner. And so I was just like, okay, I think if that's the signature, then it needs to be this way. Because there's nothing on the paint on the backside that tells you the orientation. Sometimes it will. So anyways, but for the most part, like my hair and my head kind of covers that. And so I think I'm okay with it. I think I think it looks good. So I'm sure many of you who were convinced that it's upside down might be feeling immense relief. And so you're welcome. So anyways, that is all for reels that I have to share with you today. So thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Take care.